Hey everyone, it's Dr. Atamati, and I'm super excited to announce compatibility with Shining 3D Elite. So I'm going to show you guys how to do a conversion in just about 30 seconds with the Shining Elite. I'm going to take a little bit longer than that just to show you guys some of the features in our software. So let's start at the home page, and what you want to do is just hit start a case, and you're going to scroll right down to Shining 3D Elite. Once you click on that, you can click whether you're doing a single arch conversion or a double arch. Today we're just going to focus on doing a single arch. And what you'll notice here on the left side is you can drag and drop your pre-surgical jaw scan, your waxup, your mid-surgery jaw scan, your post-op tissue scan, your photogrammetry scan, and an antagonist if you want to play around with any occlusion. Down here, when you do your conversion, you have an option to make it a flat intaglio, or you can raise it by about a millimeter and a half off of your MUAs. We have our two screw types, Vortex and Des. And the scan body that you want to use with a Shining is the BioHorizons Mushroom, and you can find it right over here. So if you go into your software, that's exactly what you want to export your case with. So let's get right into it. We've built in some really nice features. So one of the issues with the Shining is this is the folder that it spits out at you, and it's just a whole lot of information, and it's really difficult to parse through all of this, but we've baked in a really neat feature. So check this out. All you want to do is you can select all of these, and this here is a fake patient name, and you just drag it right into the program, into the asset window, and you put it right over here. Now, our software automatically detects which scans need to go where. So today we're doing the lower arch, and you click lower arch, and then you click auto place for files. And there you have it. So now your pre-surgical jaw scan, let me just show you guys here. I'm gonna start hiding everything. Here's your pre-surgical jaw scan. This patient had an existing all-on-4 restoration that we're going to be replacing. This is the pre or mid-surgery jaw scan. And here is our tissue scan with the BioHorizons mushroom caps. And here are our implant scan bodies as well. So all of this is done automatically for you. If you were doing the upper arch, all you would need to do is click upper arch. Actually, we'll need to clear all of these, and then you just hit upper arch, auto place for files, and now you have your upper arch right here. So super easy to do. I'm going to clear all these out again, and let's focus on the lower arch. So again, I'm clicking lower arch, place for files, and let's close the window. Now, here's a big issue. So most of our Shining users, when they do their cases, so they'll do a pre-op jaw scan, something like this. They'll send it to their designer, and the designer sends them back a waxup. And then on surgery day, you go ahead and you start a new case with the Shining. You take a new pre-op jaw scan, and then you take your mid-surgery and your tissue scan and your photogrammetry scan. Now, the issue with this is if you start a new case on the Shining, your waxup is not going to align. And let me show you what that looks like. So we're gonna drag and drop our waxup right into here, and we can see that the waxup is not in alignment with our jaw scan. So what do we do in these cases? We've made it super easy for you guys. All you have to go is down here, and you click align waxup to jaw scan, and this is going to tell you exactly what you need to do. So in order to align your waxup to your jaw scan, you need to tell your designer to go on Exocad or whatever design software they're using, and they need to view the waxup with the pre-op jaw scan mesh together and save and export that and send it over to you. And that's going to help us align everything. So let's go over that. So you ask that from your designer, you do this before the surgery, and they send you this file right over here, and then you click continue to step 1. And let's see what that file looks like. It's the one that's down here. You can see it's a combination of the waxup along with the pre-op jaw scan. And all we need to do is find some common points. So we're going to go for a minimum of 4. So you want to hit the soft tissue wherever you can. This is good right here. And this is why it's important to capture as much information in all of your scans as possible. Here's number 3, number 4. And we're going to hit apply. And let's take a look at this. Everywhere where it's green, it means we have really nice alignment. It's perfect. And the blue is the waxup, so that's not aligned. So that makes sense. And let's hit confirm and continue on the lower right side here. And our next point of alignment is going to be the waxup that was provided to us along with the waxup with the jaw scan together. So again, we're just going to find some common points. Maybe let's go to the gingival margins of these 2 teeth. And I want to pick 2 points on either side always. So 3 and 4, 3 and 4. And let's hit apply, and this is just blazing fast. So you can see the waxup is now aligned. And watch what happens when you hit confirm. All right, all of a sudden, now we have, let me just hide this. Okay, there we go. So we have the waxup, and it's now aligned to the pre-op jaw scan. So it's not an issue anymore if your jaw scan doesn't come aligned to your pre-op jaw scan. Just tell your designer to send you the waxup and the jaw scan together, and you can align it in our software. So after we have everything in place, we're going to hit raised for tissue, or you can do a flat intaglio, but here we're going to raise it a little bit. This is our screw type, and the only scan body that's validated with the shining right now is the BioHorizons mushroom. So when you do your BioHorizons, or when you do your shining export, what you want to do is you want to make sure that this is what your photogrammetry export looks like. This is the BioHorizons mushroom right there. In shining, it's called MUA contoured cover cap, and that's the code PXMUCCC. All right, so we have everything. Now check this out. Everything is aligned. We picked our scan body, we hit convert, and let's see how long it takes for the conversion at this point. Okay, perfect. So 15 seconds, and let's take a look at our restoration. So this looks pretty nice. There's a couple issues though. Our designer did not make the waxup thick enough in certain areas, and it was too short of the soft tissue in other areas. So our software tells you exactly where the waxup was too thin. It's just these pink areas, and I'll show you how to fix it. So this here tells you to please see the highlighted areas in pink, click edit waxup to cover them, and then click reconvert. So let's hit confirm, and let's go to edit waxup, and I'm going to close this, and edit waxup is right here on the left side. So we're going to go there, and now we can see exactly how much our software cut, and we can also see where things are thin. So in this menu, we're going to click on add. We can keep the radius and the strength the same. And I'm using a Mac, so the software is telling me to press and hold the option key. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And as soon as I do that, I see this green area. So I'm just going to click the left mouse and cover that up. And we will cover that. And let's also cover that. And I'm just going to look at it from every angle. I'll just add a little bit more in here. And let's take a look at that. Okay, that looks good. So now that I have that done, I'm gonna click reconvert. So this is a worst case scenario if your designer doesn't make things thick enough. You can just fix it right in our software. It takes just about 30 seconds. And now we are reconverted, another 14 seconds, and there we have it. That's pretty much it. We can take a look at our tissue scan as well. And we have some other really cool features here. So in this case, it looks like maybe a little bit too much pressure on the intaglio. So let's go to sculpt result on the left side here. I'm just gonna click on that. And we have this new feature called automatic intaglio adjustment. And you can select how much tissue pressure you wanna have. So at 0 millimeters, you're not getting any tissue pressure whatsoever. It's just gonna be completely off your tissue. I like to go for something like 1 millimeter. I think it's a good halfway point. And I'm just gonna click on automatic intaglio adjustment and take a look at what happens here. It just takes just a few seconds. And there we go. So the intaglio automatically adjusted, and we have 1 millimeter of average pressure on our tissue. I'm gonna decrease the opacity here a little bit so you can see that. Or we can even go for 0 tissue pressure. So I'm just gonna scroll here to 0, and I'm gonna hit automatic intaglio adjustment again. And there we have it. So this is much less tissue pressure. And all we want to do at this point is just hit the smooth button on the upper left side. And I'm going to bump the strength up maybe to about 70 and increase the radius to 4 millimeters. And I'm going to press my option key. And this is just really quickly going to smooth things a little bit more. And that's pretty much all you need to do. So now when you go and deliver this restoration, the patient's not going to be complaining about too much tissue pressure. Of course, you can always remove a little bit more if you'd like to, but something like this will work out really nicely, and it's going to ensure that you have a nice flush fit against the patient's soft tissue. You can always add more in certain areas or remove more if you'd like to. But that's pretty much it. You just want to hit done. And once you hit download, you have your restoration and you're all finished.